Hello, my ghouls, and welcome to a special Halloween episode of Miss Misery's movie Massacre. As the werewolves roam around the earth and the spirits fly around tonight, I am here at Black Bedsheet Books publisher Nicholas Grabowsky's home, and also Francy Weatherman of the podcast show Francy and Friends. And here is where they have had paranormal activity. So join us tonight, my ghouls, as we search for answers in their home. Is it haunted? We are here with Francy and Nick. How are you two doing today?
Oh, we're doing great.
How about you?
Good. So I wanted to ask you a little bit of history about your home that makes you believe why it is haunted.
Well, this is the first official home that was ever constructed in Antelope, so it has like a little history to it. But specifically the first family that lived here, the girl unfortunately committed suicide in the bathroom, in the bathtub. And that's what she said when she was selling the house, that the realtor was explained to my parents when they bought the house and everything. And it was no big deal to them, but over the years, it might be a big deal.
I will say this. I came from South Carolina, and I've been here for a couple of months. And when I was here, I kind of noticed like little shadows running around, or, you know, you have this experience where you're feeling something and you don't know what it is. And I felt that long before Nick even told me that somebody committed suicide in the bathroom in this house. So I kind of felt it before he even spoke it to me.
We'll be back after this small break. So what you're telling me is there has been some sort of paranormal activity in this bathroom.
In this bathroom, yes. Oh, I just got goosebumps walking in here.
We are standing here in the bathroom where a young girl lost her life before Nick and Francy moved into the house. She slit her wrist here in the bathtub. And for years now, you've been noticing strange activity going on in this bathroom. You yourself said earlier when you walked in, you had goosebumps.
Yeah,
I felt a little lightheaded when I walked in here.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's a weird feeling. It's not like we were discussing. It's not an evil feeling. Mm-hmm. It's just an uncomfortable, on edge, exciting.
It's a presence.
Yeah,
it's you feel that it's not evil, but you feel that there's something here.
There's something here.
There is something here.
They're watching you. They're like a cloud over your head that's staring down on you, and you're wondering if it's going to rain.
Wow. Well, I tell you, later on, I'm definitely going to be in this bathroom trying to communicate with her, but until then, I want to hear the stories, you know. Have you seen shadows in here?
Yeah, I have seen shadows.
You have seen shadows?
Yeah, and I've seen shadows that come out of the bathroom and they will run down the hall. I mean,
wow, they
yeah.
run down the hall?
Yeah, like you can see it on the walls where they will, like at a fast pace, go down the hall, the shadows on the wall. Yeah.
Have you heard noises from here?
I can't say I have.
Okay, no noises.
No noises.
Shadows.
Just shadows. I mean,
weird things like a light you turned on ends up coming off later on, flickering of lights, anything like that?
This has flickered sometimes.
Uh-huh.
This one does flicker. And, you know, I just kind of thought maybe it was a loose bulb, but now that you're mentioning it, that's kind of creepy now.
Yeah, it is, for sure. Well, this is the tub, right? Okay, what was that?
I don't know. My hands were right here.
Okay, you saw that, right? The lights just flickered on its own.
I've seen that.
Okay, that was a little bizarre.
Oh,
Jesus, Mr. Torture. Well, it definitely wasn't him. There's no light switch in the tub, right?
No.
You saw that? Okay. Well, that means something's going on here tonight. And I am going to find out what it is later on.
I'd appreciate it, because this is kind of freaking me out now.
It is a little odd that happened. After this break, we are now going to move into the kitchen where Francy has experienced something with a cookie jar. And we're going to go talk to her about that right now.
Are you ready for a ghost story? The Winchester Mystery House is a mansion in San Jose, California, that was once the personal residence of Sarah Winchester, the widow of firearms magnate William Wirt Winchester. Located at 525 South Winchester Boulevard in San Jose, the Queen Anne-style Victorian mansion is renowned for its size, its architectural curiosities, and its lack of any master building plan. It is a designated California historical landmark and is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. It is privately owned and serves as a tourist attraction. After her infant daughter died of an illness known as marasmus, a children's disease in which the body wastes away, and her husband died of pulmonary tuberculosis, a Boston medium told her that she should leave her home in New Haven and travel west, where she must continuously build a home for herself and the spirits of people who had fallen victim to the Winchester rifles. Winchester left New Haven and headed for California, although it is possible that she was simply seeking a change of location and a hobby during her lengthy depression. Other sources say that Winchester came to believe her family and fortune were haunted by ghosts, not only by moving west and continuously building a house to hide from the spirits that fell to the firearms of her late husband. In 1884, she purchased an unfinished farmhouse in the Santa Clara Valley and began building her mansion. Carpenters were hired and worked on the house day and night until it became a 7-story mansion. She did not use an architect and added on to the building, so the home contains numerous oddities such as doors and stairs that go nowhere, windows overlooking other rooms, and stairs with odd-sized risers. Many accounts attribute these oddities to her belief in ghosts. Environmental psychologists have theorized that the odd layout itself contributes to the feeling of the house being haunted today. When Winchester died, all of her possessions were bequeathed to her niece and personal secretary. Her niece then took everything she wanted and sold the rest in a private auction. It supposedly took 6 trucks working 8 hours a day for 6 weeks to remove all of the furniture from the home, an account disputed by the Winchester's biographer. Mrs. Winchester made no mention of the mansion in her will, and appraisers considered the house worthless due to damage caused by the 1906 earthquake, the unfinished design, and the impractical nature of its construction. It was sold at auction to a local investor for over $135,000, and subsequently leased for 10 years to John and Mame Brown, who eventually purchased the house. In February of 1923, 5 months after Winchester's death, the house was opened to the public, with Mame Brown serving as the first tour guide. Today, the home is owned by Winchester Investments, LLC, a privately held company representing the descendants of John and Mame Brown. The home retains unique touches that reflect Mrs. Winchester's beliefs and her reported preoccupation with warding off malevolent spirits. These spirits are said to have directly inspired her as to the way the house should be built. The number 13 and spiderweb motifs, which carried spiritual significance for her, occur throughout the house. Tour guides at the house often make claims of Sarah Winchester, having patented various architectural features of the house, but a simple search of the U.S. Patent and Trademark Database produces 0 patents assigned to her. In 2016, it was announced that another room with period furniture was built in the courtyard, an attic space that contains a pump organ, Victorian couch, dress form, sewing machine, and paintings. This room was made available for viewing by the public and features a shooting range game. In 2017, the Winchester Mystery House debuted their first new daytime tour in 20 years, the Explore More Tour. This tour takes guests through rooms never before open to the public and explores the rooms left unfinished at the time of Sarah Winchester's death. Do you believe that the Winchester Mystery House is haunted? I dare you to go see yourself.
Ah, my lords and ladies, Miss Misery Heads and Massacreites, whatever you call yourselves, I am Lord Blood Rah, host of Lord Blood Rah's Nerve-Wracking Theater, and former presenter of the Annals of Awesome Oddness on a few past episodes of Miss Misery's Movie Massacre. I want to wish you all a very happy, outrageous, spooky, and safe Halloween. And you know what? Last year, we were all kind of robbed of Halloween by, this whole virus thing going around. It's still there, I know, but you know what? This year, let's have 2 Halloweens. You're vaccinated, right? You're wearing your masks, right? Well, you'll be wearing your mask for Halloween. Let's have 2 Halloweens this year. Saturday and Sunday. You may get some weird looks trick-or-treating on Saturday, but demand your candy nonetheless. Anyway, my lords and ladies, from Lord Blood Rah, happy Halloween.
I am standing here with Francy in their kitchen, which she has experienced some really weird paranormal activity with this cookie tin. Can you tell us a little bit about what happened?
Well, as you can see, this kitchen is pretty much open. Mm-hmm. So if anybody was to be here, well, I was sitting in that chair, so of course nobody would go over the counter and put this cookie tin here. Nobody would, if they were to go through this door, I would be able to see them through that door. Okay. And of course, where that big opening is, I would see, and it was just me and Nick in the house. Mm-hmm. I would be able to see if Nick tossed the tin. Mm-hmm. But the story behind this cookie tin is Nick's mom hid this cookie tin from her husband because she complained that he was eating all the chocolate chip cookies that was in the tin. Oh. But I was actually feeding them to Charlie, Nick's son. Oh, so that's okay. But so Doris hid this cookie tin, mm-hmm. and it's been missing for a long time. And then I was sitting in the chair, and all suddenly there was a loud.
Whoa! So you heard a loud bang.
A loud bang.
So like it just came out of thin air. Literally. Just dropped straight down.
Literally out of thin air.
And there's no way someone could have thrown it. There's no. You both did not know where this tin's been at for a while. No, because she hid it. And when Nick's mom hides something, it's hidden. And we found a lot of stuff, cleaning up and everything. We found a lot of stuff that we did not know was hidden. But yeah, it was definitely hidden. And that tells me it's a bit of a sign that she's still here.
Is she still here? She's not mad.
No, she's not mad.
She's not mad.
But she wants you both to know that she's here.
She's here.
And everything's
look at it, it's turning back up.
You're getting goosebumps again.
I am.
I'm not getting goosebumps. I'm getting this weird lightheadedness while standing in spots of your home. Yeah, it's not weird. I haven't felt that, but I feel like there's something here. It's weird. Like you said, it's not evil. There's nothing bad here.
No, it's nothing that's throwing things at us.
But I have this peacefulness to
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah,
It's like this
that's exactly the feeling. You're very peaceful.
Yeah.
But I remember this cookie tin because his mom did make a big deal because she didn't want his dad to eat so much sweets.
And
So-
and you've been looking for this?
I totally forgot about it. That's the thing. And then there it is, right in the middle of the kitchen floor.
And how long after she passed did this end up falling? How many days?
That's the freaky part. It was probably 2 or 3 days after she passed away.
Wow.
Yeah.
That soon. Wow. 2 or 3 days out of nowhere.
Yep. Out of nowhere. Just as if it just fell from the sky. It's kind of like she's saying, okay, you can have the cookie tin back now.
Yeah.
Put the cookies in it.
It's as if she's saying, I'm still here.
Yeah.
I'm still around. I'm still watching.
Yeah. And it's
okay.
kind of cool that she chose the cookie tin.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah. That is good. That's cool. That's bizarre and crazy all at the same time.
You know, as you can look around the kitchen there.
Here you go.
Logan!
He's so cute.
Careful.
Should I put it back down or should I keep it? Okay. So yeah, as you can look around the kitchen, you can see that there's no way in hell that I would not be able to see somebody throwing this cookie tin. And
have you seen shadows in the kitchen?
I've
as well?
seen shadows in the kitchen, yeah.
Anything else bizarre, like the lights or things being moved around or noises coming from here at night? Have you experienced anything
Yes.
like that?
Oh my gosh. Freaky thing. Our Char cat was laying on the back of that chair. I was sitting in that chair. It seems like I sit all the time. But I was sitting in that chair. It was daylight. And there was like this bright light that came out of the hallway. And then a big boom sound.
Whoa.
Char jumped up out of the chair, off the back of the chair, landed there. And I'm just sitting here. We're both just kind of freaking out a little bit. But we weren't scared.
Yeah.
We weren't scared. That's the odd part about it all, is that we weren't scared. Not even him. You know, the sound made us jump, but other than that, we weren't scared. We were both just kind of looking around and looking at each other, and it was weird.
Wow, that's crazy. More with Nick and Francy after this break.
Early witches were people who practiced witchcraft, using magic spells and calling upon spirits for help or to bring about change. Most witches were thought to be pagans doing the devil's work. However, many were simply natural healers or so-called wise women, whose choice of profession was misunderstood. It's unclear exactly when witches came on the historical scene, but one of the earliest records of a witch is in the Bible, in the book of 1 Samuel, thought to be written between 931 BC and 721 BC. It tells the story of when King Saul sought the witch of Endor to summon the dead prophet Samuel's spirit to help him defeat the Philistine army. The witch rused Samuel, who then prophesied the death of Saul and his sons. The next day, according to the Bible, Saul's sons died in battle and Saul committed suicide. Witch hysteria really took hold in Europe during the mid-1400s, when many accused witches confessed, often under torture, to a variety of wicked behaviors. Within a century, witch hunts were common and most of the accused were executed by burning at the stake or hanging. Single women, widows, and other women on the margins of society were especially targeted. Between the years 1500 and 1660, up to 80,000 suspected witches were put to death in Europe. Around 80% of them were women thought to be in cahoots with the devil and filled with lust. Germany had the highest witchcraft execution rate, while Ireland had the lowest.
So you've mentioned earlier and several times before to me that you are very skeptical on whether or not there's something haunting your house. Or, are you not into ghosts at all? Do you not believe in ghosts?
Oh, I'm into ghosts. I'm into ghosts. I mean, I make a living doing horror, as do you.
Yes.
So I'm all about ghosts, monsters, all kinds of spookiness and everything. I'd love to believe a lot of the stuff that I write, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody.
Yeah.
But still, the scariness and the mystery. I believe in ghosts, but I mostly don't believe that they're not exactly here. I mean, if depending on how you're brought up and everything, if once you die, you go somewhere else usually. But so ghosts, I guess, if there is such a thing, they're bound here for some other reason, and we don't know. So I don't rule it out. Mm-hmm. It's just that it seems like about 99% of the stuff that I've seen these days everywhere just doesn't. It's like Bigfoot. You can't put a finger on it. Can't just put a finger on it. There's no absolute proof. You see all kinds of stuff nowadays where there's shadows and there's this and there's that, but nothing substantial. So I think that it's all probably just a personal experience, like Francy has in this house, a personal experience where she sees things, she thinks that they're genuine.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. I just remain skeptic. I kind of, my expertise is in fantasy and imagination. And this is something that's a little bit, it's not substantial enough. It's fascinating. It's fascinating.
Yeah. So, have you experienced anything in this house or somewhere else that would make you jump over that hoop and really believe that there's something really happening here? There's something going on?
I did perform an exorcism once.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it wasn't anything like the movies, and it was just somebody it was some girl I met at a pizza place with a bunch of punk rockers, and I took her to a motel, and she started chanting and doing some crazy things that were freaking me out. And then my Christian upbringing came in, and I started deciding to say, what do you think about Jesus? Ah! So I'd say, okay, well, what do you think about this? I cast you out in the name of Jesus. And she'd freak out, and then suddenly the cabinets in the kitchen area in the motel started moving. So that's the thing. There's ghosts, there's demons. I believe in demons, definitely. And then she freaked out a lot more and everything, and then calmed down, and then she opened up the curtains in the motel, and we looked out, and there was this person getting into their car, and they were fiddling with the keys, and all of a sudden they went like this. And that girl pointed and said, the spirits that were in me just went in her.
Wow.
So you could take that with a grain of salt, or, we weren't doing drugs or anything either.
I was about to say, who was on LSD that night?
Yeah, so it was, probably we're drinking a little bit, but that wasn't anything.
Wow,
so yeah, that's a personal experience
a crazy story.
with me. So who knows, there might be, it is true that somebody did kill themselves in this house. It is true that my mom died in this house. So for some reason, maybe, I just don't understand why somebody that died doesn't go to heaven, doesn't see all the other relatives, doesn't live in some kind of bliss or whatever they're supposed to do, but they stick around to throw cookie cans.
And from what my experience is, sometimes they stick around a little bit after to make sure that their loved ones are okay before they pass.
That would be nice to believe. Maybe that's true.
I'm hoping that is true, yes.
That would be nice. That would be nice.
Now, if you were to actually see something extremely weird go on in this house, would you believe? Or you'd still be a little...
Well, it would have...
You'd still try to rule it out.
It would depend on what it is.
You'd still try to rule it out.
Yeah, I maybe try to rule it out. But if it was something that was like you see in the movies, that was just blatant and in front of you, then
that's a whole
different... Then I'd have to figure out whether I should tell people. I would tell Francy, but tell anybody else, and they'll think that I'm oh, he's just trying to make money off of it.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. So, but you never know. The people have. I believe in UFO abductions too.
So do I. Yes.
So I believe that they do happen.
Yeah. Well, on that note, speaking of spirits, here's a short little video by our spirit Halloween expert, Logan.
Welcome to Spirit Halloween.
Step on it. After talking with Nick and Francy and Mr. Torture and I walking around the house a little bit, we are now going to try to communicate with whatever we can, whoever we can that is in this house. If there's anything in this house, I have been feeling a little bit of weirdness today talking with them. So now we're going to try to communicate with these spirits and see if we can come up with something right after this.
Now, as you watch the footage, You can see the flag to the right of Mr. Torture on the wall begin to move on its own. Now, we have no windows open at this time, nor do we have an AC on. So I'm not sure why that is moving. And the right corner of the screen, if you pay attention to my shoulder, towards the end of this video, there's a faint something shoot across the screen. It doesn't really go very fast. It's very slow. But something like a little white ball or something goes just across my shoulder and out of the shot. It's really bizarre. Thanks to Phoenix Comics and Toys, you can now own your hot horror hostess, Miss Misery's mini figurine. That's right, you can buy and take me home tonight.
We are back here in Nick and Francy's kitchen, where Francy has let us know earlier that she's had paranormal experiences here with the cookie tin that's right behind us on the counter here, and shadows. She's seen shadows. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to try to communicate. I want to try to see if we can get someone or something, whatever is in this house. I'm talking to you right now and I feel it cold. Do you feel cold? Okay, that's a little weird for me. I'm feeling chills. Yeah? You got goosebumps? Okay, that's weird. I'm feeling chills right now. I'm not kidding. This is weird. Okay. Okay, whoa, it's getting heavier right here. Is this where the tin fell too? I'm getting heavy, cold right here. That's weird. Now is your chance to communicate with us. If you have something to say, you can move an object, you can speak. Did you just hear that?
Yeah. That was, wow.
Oh my God, I think that's coming from the room where we heard noises earlier.
It did sound.
Did you hear that?
I did, yeah.
Okay, you want to come with me?
I guess.
You hear it, right? Cameraman? You hear that? Yeah, that's what I thought. So this is the room that we heard noises earlier from. Okay, so this is the room where we just heard the noise, and this is the room from earlier where I was at the curtain, I heard the noise, and then you said you heard noise down here with his equipment.
Right.
And from the kitchen, we just heard something over here. Okay, so I'm not sure what that was. So we're gonna have to get Nick in here. Can I get Nick in here? 'Cause Nick.
What?
So Nick.
What? Oh, hey.
Hi. So we just heard something coming from this room, like we did twice earlier, and the music. It was like little music playing.
Music?
And I'm seeing there's like you've got some musical things up here.
Oh yeah, we can have all kinds of like things. Music could be. You think? Now this thing right here that we've got is something that Francy put here a couple of weeks ago, but my mom never liked it here. She had it in a special place, and I bought this for her. So, was that it?
I don't remember hearing music. I just heard like a slapping sound,
I
as
heard
if something
music.
just went boom, like a slap. So weird.
I think this is what I was hearing, a little bit of music. It was very low and faint like this.
I see.
So
You sure? Because this happens.
What do you mean?
This happens.
It comes on by itself?
Sometimes.
Out of nowhere?
Yes, sometimes it does. Wow. Just out of nowhere.
Before or after her death?
Oh, it was after.
Oh, gee.
Yeah.
Jesus. And this belonged to your mom. Oh my.
Yeah. This is one of the first ones of these that I bought for her. There's a few around here. Some of them make music, some of them don't. There's this belonged to my mom too, but that you have to wind up and stuff. But something like this thing right here, though, you could like anything can like cause it to even a disturbance, just some kind of something in the air.
Well, this room was empty when we were in the kitchen. So this room was empty, and this is the room where he heard a noise come from over here earlier out of our equipment. I was moving the curtain when I heard something, I swear, in this direction. So I'm guessing earlier someone was trying to communicate off camera, because this happened off camera while trying to set up.
I don't know if you could see or not, but I am so sweaty. I'm just wondering if
he's hot. He's sweating, which is weird because I have been
out of me
feeling cold. I keep feeling cold spots.
I just felt cold a little. I got goosebumps again.
So definitely there is some communication going on. There's some communication in this house going on today.
And it's not the cats.
No, it's not the cats. I'm, no pun intended, but I'm dying to go to the bathroom to see if we could communicate with anything in there.
Well, that's where it all started. If that has anything, well, this probably my mom.
Yeah.
But the bathroom thing.
Let's go check the bathroom.
All right.
Or I'll go check if you want to take a break. He's sweating a lot, and I know you're freaking out a bit right now to the point where he's talking.
A little break, if I may.
He's talking. Okay, so after the small break, we're going to come back, and I'm going to hit the bathroom and see if I can communicate with anything.
Good evening, my victims. For those of you who do not know me, I'm Malvolia, the Queen of Scream. And I'm here to wish you a very terrifying happy Halloween. So what will it be? Trick or treat? And now, back to Miss Misery.
So right now, as you can see, my co-host, Mr. Torture, needed to take a break. He's hot, he's perspiring, he's a little freaked out. He had goosebumps all over his arms. I totally get it. There's some weird stuff going on here today. So right now, I'm in front of the restroom where before Nick's family moved in, a girl killed herself in the bathtub. So I want to go in by myself and try to commute. Holy crap, did you just see that? Did you just see the door close? Okay, I'm not going in there by myself. I'm sorry, I don't know if, okay, you just saw that, right? I don't know if I want to, I need 5 minutes. I'm not going to go in there by myself. I need, just give me 2 minutes. Shh. Give me 2 minutes. Holy Okay, so I needed to take a 5-minute break. He saw me. That door closed. The door to the bathroom closed right behind me. So I've experienced things in my life. This is not, I guess it's in a way a surprise when it's something, a new home. You know, I feeling stuff today. So what started off as like...
It's unusual. I mean, I've been skeptic all my life with things like this.
Yeah, I know you have.
He has. I'm kind of misbelieving this like a surreal kind of moment.
I mean, he's breaking character right now. What started off as a cool ghost hunting thing is like, wow, there's stuff going on here. Yeah. Okay, so the door, yeah, the door closed behind me. I'm still ready. I'm now okay. I just needed a minute. Wow, that freaked me out a bit. I want to go in here and I want to try to communicate and try to see if something's going on. I know you're kind of like.
You first.
Oh, gee, thanks.
Sure.
So kind of you.
Just to think I was in that bathtub earlier.
Oh, I know. So, thanks for following me in. That's okay.
Sure. Okay.
I'll just do it by myself.
Okay.
No, I don't know. I'm not feeling anything. Are you?
It's kind of cool in here.
It's cool in here, but I don't feel like a really cold breeze or anything. Oh yeah, now I do.
Really?
I feel over here. Gently, the bathtub. It's.
Yeah, it is. I feel a little chill.
Chill, right?
Wow, man. That's weird.
Yeah.
Weird. I think I'm going to step out.
Oh, great, thanks.
Mr. Torture, right?
So I am feeling a chill over in the bathtub area. I'm not seeing, hearing, nothing really going on except for the door earlier slamming behind me, but all I feel is a chill. So let's get this started. Let's see if by chance I can communicate. If there is anyone here, if there are any spirits haunting this bathroom, now is your opportunity, your chance to say something or do something to communicate with us. I'm looking at Mr. Torture right now going, all I feel is a bit of a chill on this left side where my arm's at. Is what I'm feeling is a chill. That's about it.
I could feel a little bit of a chill in there when I put my hand in the bathroom. I could feel and it's a little warmer out here.
Yeah.
But there's no vents. That's just a vent that goes outward.
Yeah.
There's no AC vent in there of any kind. There's no way that air is getting in there.
No. So it's just chill.
It's weird. Very unique.
Nothing. Whew. So I caught my breath. Feeling a little better. Getting some air. Going to go back inside now and wrap this up. But first, let me introduce you to some amazing and awesome people. Nancy Nightmare and the Wizard. Take it away.
Riding on a silver broom.
Are you ready for a ghost story? One of the most haunted places in San Francisco goes to our very own City Hall. Ghost stories have surrounded San Francisco City Hall for decades. The City Hall building was built on the land of the Yerba Buena Cemetery. The cemetery's residents had already been dug up once before when the city council decided to extend Powell Street towards the Russian Hill. Clearly, the spirits of the dead did not like this disturbance. The City Hall was destroyed by the earthquake of 1906 and has been the site of a surprising number of hauntings and paranormal occurrences ever since. Back in 1924, a series of strange occurrences left the employees of City Hall mystified and a little frightened. Every day shortly after noon, they would hear a rapping sound coming from the walls. There would be 5 taps, followed by a short pause, and then another 3. Nobody could ever find out why. No explanation of where they came from. Psychics and mediums did formal seances to try to communicate with this rapping, tapping ghost, but none of them have succeeded in finding out who it is. In 1978, 2 men on the city council got into an argument, Dan White and Harvey Milk. White resigned but immediately regretted the decision and asked the mayor to be reinstated. The mayor refused, and White left City Hall, only to return shortly after with a revolver. He murdered both Harvey Milk and Mayor George Moscone in cold blood. Since then, security officers have heard strange noises and seen paranormal activity when the halls appears empty. Are these men haunting City Hall? One question I have for sure is, what happened to the bodies buried in the Yerba Buena Cemetery? Do you dare go find out yourself by roaming the halls of City Hall in San Francisco? I dare you to.
Well, that's it for tonight's Movie Massacre Halloween Special. Thank you so much for joining us as we ghost hunted at Nick and Francy's home. I believe it's safe to say it's haunted.
I told you.
I guess. Yeah, maybe.
You're like,
I think
again. Torture believes it's haunted. I believe it's haunted. Francy, you may need some believing, but after experiencing things that we experienced today, how do you guys feel about it?
I'm glad that somebody else came in here without being, negative, or you were neutral. Mm-hmm. You came in and you said, I want to see if. You didn't say, I believe or no, I don't believe. You said, I want to see. And I said, good. I would like for you to see also. So I'm glad I got an outside perspective of what happened today.
Great.
Yeah, you saw you heard some strange stuff. Probably saw some too. I don't know. I mean, we're strange.
Well, thank you so much for having us. We wish you all out there a happy Halloween, to those believers and non-believers. And remember, I'll see you in your nightmares.